Okay, so probably gonna do the same thing I did last time, in which I just start out with putting unicorn in the same tier or its own tier. Probably doing that. Nothing's really changed on that front for me. I still feel like unicorn's in its own league of add-ons. Thanks for the follow, bro. So unicorn goes up there, and then obviously we get the easy ones out of the way. Crank's fucking dog ass because it only gives you like an extra 0.4 meters. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. But technically, I think I'm gonna have to put that up one above though. Yeah. All right, now we can actually get into it. More easy ones to get out of the way. Irrival is like a pocket corrupt, bro. It's just crazy. It's just S. It's just S. It's good. It's so good. Um. Oh shit. My webcam's kind of blocking it. Let me put it up here. Better. I do still feel like. Jewel Beetle's bottom S, I feel like, for sure. Pius, thanks for the follow. Jewel Beetle's definitely bottom S. I don't think it's as good as it once did. I think I hyped it up a bit too much. I mean, you still are able to get more throws. More throws equals more 2-taps. But now that I've not used it for a while, you can definitely get a lot of 2-taps without it if you just play without having it. You know, type shit. So that's why I'm going to put egg. Alright, I have a video on this. And for the YouTube peeps, I'll put that in the top right. That, don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. This add-on has single-handedly won too many games for me. Way too many games. Alright, egg is fucking crazy. Even against really good serves, the duration catches them off guard. And it's just crazy. I don't know. Never in my life have I used an add-on that has won me more games on a killer, ever. Not even Wesker, just egg is crazy. I have a video explaining that. I'm not going to dive too deep because I'll just be repeating myself for like the 16,000th time. Let's do lab photo. Lab photo, I'm going to put A. Can break pallets with 10 jewel, really fast cooldown. I think it's great. I think it's a good add-on. I just don't think it matches any of these. I know a lot of people argue that it's insane. And I completely get it. I'm not really gonna argue A versus S because top of A and bottom S is kind of the same thing. So I'm just gonna put in A for sake of this list. But yeah, it's a good add-on. It for sure is a good add-on, especially when you have a build centered around it. Would you recommend that for new Ruskers? Beetle? No. I would say learn base kit Wesker and then get into the others. All right. We'll do gloves right after. Gloves bottom A. I've had a take on this forever. I mean, it's just gloves is just the style of add-on will always be A tier for any killer pretty much. Cooldown is just is what it is. Like cooldown just gives you a lot more freedom to play, and I mean definitely results in a lot more downs if you time things properly. Gloves has probably won me as many games as. Or won me like 3/4 as many games as what egg has, but it's completely possible to play without gloves, and you definitely don't need it, so I'm gonna have to throw it in A. BCD is a good one as well. BCD, I'm gonna put here. BCD really has the best. I mean, the only good use of it, in my opinion, that makes it top of A is tunneling. I don't know the exact math of it, but the fact that when someone gets off a hook, they go red in like, I don't know what it is, but I'm just gonna throw a random number out there, like 10 to 15 seconds. That's crazy. It just makes tunneling so brain dead easy. Not am I saying it's a good thing. I think the whole hindering on Wesker in general needs to go, but it's a great add-on. For that cringe use. Do we do an A plus and an A minus? think we do. I think we do. So that's it. That's the last row I'm adding. Because I feel like putting Tendril in B is not something I want to do. But Tendril is great for zoning. Like, the 5% might not matter to a lot of people, but you get a lot of distance from Tendril. And as much as I don't use it, and I never will, it's a great add-on. It's a sick ass add-on. For zoning specifically. As sad as it is to say, I love Walkie. I love it so much, but the add-on is garbage. It just is. There is like 2 good uses for it. It's great for second bound hugs, and it's great for insta flicks, but you're throwing if you put this add-on on when you're trying. You're throwing the game. It just, you know, it doesn't really do anything. I have a video on that though, which I can throw up as well for the YouTube peeps. I'll throw that on the top right. Yeah, that is true, but I have argued in the past that Walkie should be over Crank, but Crank doesn't make Wesker worse, it just doesn't make him better. Walkie does make Wesker worse, unfortunately. I really do want to flip these around, but for the sake of keeping this tier list real as fuck, I'm not. Because, I mean, it just makes him worse. Red Herb, dog shit. I'm pretty sure this add-on's bugged. I don't remember the last time I saw the math to it, but Source, trust me, bro, just don't put on this add-on. It does fucking nothing. And yes, I'm putting that under Walkie. Actually, I mean, I can't. That would be contradicting, but it does nothing. Heli Stick's a good one. That's a good one. Heli Stick gives you information that you kind of already get. It gives you 8 seconds of aura when they spray, which you already get Killer Instinct. And it's countered by perks like Distortion, off the record, shit like that. The 8 seconds you get is pretty fucking crazy. It is good aura reading, but for the sake that it gives you aura reading when you already do get aura reading, yeah, I gotta throw it in C. I think I completely agree with that, Echo. Gotta throw it in C. Let's go with Green Herb. This makes spraying take 2 seconds longer. Green Herb ain't useless, but it definitely ain't too good. But I think I'm gonna throw a bottom B by the end of this list. Because 2 seconds, I mean, it is slowdown, right? Like, I mean, it is. And also, there's very limited uses to when it would be useful, but no, I'm gonna throw a top C. Because I might even... Okay, the reason 2 seconds doesn't matter in this case is because you can't spray mid-chase anyways. And that's the only use it really has, besides just catching someone at a good time. Which is up to RNG, not up to you. So I have to throw it in bottom C. It has a use, but the use doesn't really matter. Similar to Helicopter. But Helicopter definitely gives you more value than Herb ever will. Alright, let's do Chalice. Chalice has one really good use. And that's constantly being able to put survivors where you want them. Like, you can take someone from like shack to main with Chalice, and like that's so strong if you have, let's say, a 3-gen on main, or if you have a hook on main. Like, being able to put a survivor wherever you want them is really strong for map pressure. And as well as you also have edge map throws, which are crazy because that's just an insta down always. So yeah, definitely gonna put Chalice there. Great add-on. Could you flip it here? Probably, but I'm not going to. Why does Unicorn have a special tier? Because it does nothing what everyone else does. Like, it's a great add-on. I think it is S tier, but it does. It makes Wesker like a completely different killer in my opinion. It's just dull. Like, I don't know. It's just, it makes him so safe and so good. I don't know. If you want to run Crank, just run Egg. That's self-explanatory. There you go. I don't think it deserves to be an S because you can play without gloves. You can. I know that like everyone uses it and it's great in builds, but you can play without it. And you definitely would get more value out of these if you center to build around them than if you center to build around gloves. But it's great add-on. It's an A+. Alright, that's what you gotta realize. Like, just because there's 4 above it doesn't mean it's not a great add-on. It is insane still. This gives you 4 seconds when they're max infection, right? This gives you 4 seconds when they, like, get red infect, I believe. So, I gotta put a top C. I gotta put a top C because it's not guaranteed value. It's not guaranteed at all. Nothing about it is. Because if someone's cross-map from you, which is like, obviously, like, this wouldn't matter in Chase. You don't want aura on a red infect in Chase. You can already see that person in Chase. It's not guaranteed that someone's not going to spray cross-map. It's so rare that that's going to happen. And it's so rare that you're even going to make it to them before they spray, if theoretically they did get red. Maybe if you did something with VCD and this, it would actually work, but like, I don't know. I think it's not worth it. I might even say helicopter stick's better because at least helicopter stick guarantees value every game. Oh, horn. Horn's cool. I fuck with horn. I'm gonna put it B. You put this on a good map. Not only that, but scratch the map. I feel like you will always get value out of this. It gives you 20 seconds. The survivor's oblivious for 20 seconds once they spray. Considering they're going to spray at least 3 times a game, probably. This is cool. This is cool. You just have basically a bunch of oblivious survivors running around. I think it is actually better than glasses. Because same with whatever this is called. It's not guaranteed. Glasses only works when someone goes red. It's not guaranteed that someone's going to go red every game unless you're chasing the person who's red. And it's like, doesn't matter that you're invincible. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That 20 seconds does not matter. So I think horn definitely tops. I would even put, no, I wouldn't. That's not putting horn in A- because it's with comms, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I think we're cooking so far. I feel so confident about all of these. I think this is bottom B. Only because it doesn't give sloppy, it only gives hemorrhage. So if you did play around this in some sort of like anti-healing build, it could be cool. But like, it doesn't give sloppy, it just gives hemorrhage. There's no slowdown in it. And either way, this is only really like, the only real use I can see of this is if you go back to hook every single time. I don't know. And you shouldn't be going back to hook every single time. You'll just lose the game. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too sure on that add-on because I haven't really dabbled with it that much, and I also haven't seen anyone else dabbled with it at all. But I mean, B, C, yeah, whatever, wherever you. But I don't really care. All right, we got 2 left. We got this medallion, this medallion. This one gives blindness, straight up useless. Dog shit. You barely, it barely works in solo queue. You might get someone, but because you still see hooks, you still see when someone's hooked. So if you have a memory of anything but a goldfish, they'll remember and they'll still be able to save. You should remember where gen spawns are if you're a decent survivor at all. And then in a Swift, it most definitely doesn't matter. So yeah, that's just ass. Blindness will always be ass in my opinion. And then this definitely has a use. I just don't think the use is too good. So, I think main is pretty solid. And definitely, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. Bullhorn and sunglasses are good, but it's countered heavily by Swifts. Like, Terror Radius add-ons will never be that good because even a solo queue team can easily counter it if their map rotations are good. So like, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter all the time, but I would 100% say you get more value out of Maiden than you can with these. For sure. I think this is chilling, bro. I think this is chilling. I did it a lot faster than the last one. I feel like every time I make an add-on tier list, it just gets faster and faster. So I become more confident with. But like, I don't know. Some of these I'm so down. I'd be so down to like argue, or like debate on. Like this being here versus here, I don't really care. You can do either or. Um, Unicorn is in a league of its own. It's a great add-on. Um, what it does to Wesker, it's just so hard to rank on a scale. So I kind of just put it in its own. But just consider this like S, I guess. For the YouTube peeps, obviously I'll be answering comments. If y'all any questions on these, make sure you watch the videos prior to this though, because I'll just be repeating myself if not.